So this is the TLC Chironomid Series 5. I have another Pupal Emergent pattern that I'd like to show you. Again, the body material is all the same. We're running the Clink Hammer 550 style hook for the emerger, and I do tie these down to a size 14. We're running the Hends body glass micro size in a dark red. It comes in a host of colors again: greens, blacks, browns, yellows, olives. But I've chosen, just for tying and for the purpose of the videos, to tie them with this dark red. So again, we'll start as we did before. I won't incorporate this time a rib. Again, we went through the others, nothing really changes. And we'll just begin by in tight turns. I won't incorporate a flash rib at least. I will incorporate a rib segmentation with the material just by doing looser open turns, sort of stretching it out. And we'll loosen this off as we move forward, just putting less tension to increase the rib size. And here I'll 1, 2, 3, not whip finish. Go nice and snug. And give it a little bit of glue, let it dry. And the thicker the cement is, or head cement, or the resins that you put on, the less visible the ribbing becomes. I find if I put on too much, I'll just dab my fingers around it. So it leaves a nice thin coating and allows the segmentation to pull out again. And this is where the pattern changes in the TLC series. Now we actually go into threads, but the back end of the body is still the same. And what I do now is I'll be running Semperfli Nano Silk in white. This is the 12/0, 3.6 pound-kilo breaking strength. Definitely the strongest thread in the world, without a doubt. And if you notice on the Clink Hammer, there is a flat spot across the top of the hook. And this section is intended to keep the fly riding in the surface foam. And it does it very, very nicely. And what I try to do here is incorporate some smaller Booby foam that's just come out on the market. And I cut this in half. This is the Semperfli Booby foam. It's an open cell foam as opposed to a closed cell, so it will float all day long. And I just put a little tip on it for tying in. Do that right behind the hook. You have to be careful so that you don't cut this material with the thread. We'll have that in place. Then what we put in place is some Peacock Herl. I'll do some here. Again, I like to use Peacock Herl. It's either dyed Magenta or even dyed orange. There's still a lot of red in these bugs at this point during the hatch. And the Magenta just brings that out somewhat. We'll tie in 3 to 4 strands of Herl, the back of the hook. And I'll tie in again a hackle or CDC. I probably prefer the CDC a bit more than the hackle at this stage, because it just helps aid in better floatability of the fly pattern. And again, prepare the feather the same way as we did before. Tie it in about halfway down the thorax, and then come in front of the feather to the eye, behind the eye of the hook, about a mil back, and cut out the tag end of the feather, the tip section, and I rope my Peacock Herl a little bit, just helps give it a bit of strength. As I wrap forward, I'll give it another twist. Bring the feather in front. Bring my end feather back. Lay the Peacock Herl in behind it. And now I progress forward. Bit of a palmering effect again. As you would on a stimulator pattern, just keep a little light open spiral wrap. 2 turns, 2.5 turns, it's usually enough. So all I did there was I just tied in the stem, and I'll split the hackle, try and keep it fairly even, and pull the foam over top. I guess I have to take off the stem here. Center it on top. Two wraps over the foam, stretch out a bit so the shell is nice and tight. 2 wraps over the foam, then bring it out in front and finish off. 2 or 3 knot wood finish the eye of the hook. And where you're finished, pull the foam forward and lay the base of your scissors right at the eye of the hook. So it's flat sides just leaned up against, or pushed up against the eye of the hook, and then do a single cut, and that's all you need for your gilling. It's short, not overpronounced, and it aids as well in the floatability of this pattern. So this is the Emergent pattern, or one of the Emergent patterns as a surface pattern. I will throw this with a Booby on the point fly, and then either 1 or 2 of these 3 to 5 feet apart from each other, moving up the leader. With the white, it's very high vis. I'll also do it with pink or black or yellow shells. With the Booby foam, the 2.5 mil Booby foam from Semperfli. It gives it just more visibility on certain water conditions, or makes it higher visibility to detect strikes. And if you see anything moving around the patterns, you'll probably have a positive hook up fairly quickly. Don't worry about the legs being too long. A lot of patterns, a lot of these bugs get crippled or drown in the surface film. So I do have another pattern which is similar to the British hedgehog but we're running knotted knees, pheasant tail knotted knees, instead of hackling to present the fly as a drowned Chironomid emerger, which we very seldom fish here in North America and don't even really recognize that failed stage in the hatch. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Have yourself a great day.